Okay, welcome back to my opinion. This little video is just going to be an in general video about our country, the United States future, um, and a little bit of our history, I guess, and more so world history. But here's my opinion. It doesn't seem that Americans are very good at learning from history. Rome fell from within long before it fell from outside, long before the barbarians and others took it. It was in economic ruin, it was in cultural destruction, it was in massive wars all the time that it couldn't pay cash for. And it was weak and just waiting for opportunity. And the barbarians took it, as well as others. The United States today, our military is weaker. And I'm not talking about having a bunch of tanks, having a bunch of planes, having nukes, etc. Our military itself. Have you looked at some of the basic training requirements for the Army that has changed over the years, what we have today? It's for sissies. I'm sorry if I offend you, but that's part of the problem, that it offended you. You're part of the problem if that offended you. And if it did, I don't care. We have an army where, I mean, look it up. Look up modern day basic training requirements. It's pathetic. They're slacking on their intake. They're lowering their standards. They're putting women in combat arms fields. Now I know what you're saying. Oh, he's a bigot. Oh, no, I'm not. Women can't carry me. I'm 6'4", 250 pounds. A woman's not going to throw me over her shoulders. A lot of guys can't do it, but they can drag my ass by my feet. Hand-to-hand combat, if it results to that, me and a woman like my wife who's 5'2", 5'4"-ish. Come on, get real. Even if she's 6 foot, get real. She's a female. It's not bigoted, and no, women can't do everything men can do. Just like men can't have babies. Which brings me to my next point. Look at this craziness. You know, you can be whatever you want. If you want to declare yourself, your gender as cake, which that is true, that's a real gender now. You can, go for it. Soft and mushy on the inside, I guess. Perfect for today's warrior. But biologically, there's male and there's female. And that's scientifically based on your reproductive system. You're one of the two. Even hermaphrodites are one of the two. You can either have a baby or you cannot. I know that sounds very bigoted, but that's how science defines biological sex, is by the reproductive system. We got all these people going out here declaring themselves all these different things. What is it, 72 now? Genders. You know, you do not see that the rest of the world. The United States is the only country that has went crazy and declared 72 genders. No other country has all these genders running around. You know, the whole transgender thing and all that's an American, a United States American thing. You know, our economically, we are doomed. Trillions of dollars in debt. We owe money to everybody, including our enemies. I mean, one day China's going to walk in and say, oh, I'm sorry, we own this. Could you please leave? And they'll probably be legal doing so. We have states fighting each other. Americans fighting each other over the dumbest things. Politics. You know, you don't like Trump, fine. You don't like Biden, fine. But come on now. I mean, Rome had its Neros and its Commodus, Caesars and so forth. Come on, Biden, really? Come on, you really don't think anything's wrong with him? That just tells how dumb we've become. This country, half of this country is stupid. Biden is clearly not capable of running anything. I wouldn't put him in charge of a dime store, much less a country. Much less the United States. That's insanity. Something's wrong with him. You know, we're not looking at history. We're just moving forward with dumb ideas. Stupid things. I mean, you know, we're probably gonna, I mean, look at Afghanistan, our last war. 20 years we trained these idiots over there. With our equipment, trained, and then left it for them. Here you go. Good luck to you guys. Of course, leaving them, you know, all of a sudden was kind of a little odd, but not really, because honestly, you know, in a way, Biden did it right. Well, Biden's people did it right by just leaving. 20 years. If you don't know what you're doing by now, if you can't defend your country after 20 years, fuck you. Okay? You know, I mean, leaving Americans there and stuff was unbelievable. I mean, we should have had all of our people out of there, then hauled ass. But it probably wasn't even 20 minutes and they were dropping their weapons and handing over their tanks and helicopters for the Taliban parade. What the hell? The Russians figured that one out in 10 years. It took us 20. And our scientists, look at this whole COVID thing. Come on, people. What's the in common? What is the thing that we all have in common throughout the world with COVID? Everybody, every country, every city, every state, blah, 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 got it. Whether if they masked everybody with 10 masks or they just said, fuck it, wear whatever you want, don't wear what you want. Everybody got COVID. Some got a little less, some got a little more. There was no correlation. What's that tell us? Should that tell us? What should that tell us? There's nothing you can do. And then recently, and it blows over, which our media is next, recently the CDC came out and said only 6% of those that died with COVID died with COVID, not of COVID. There's a difference. If you had a motorcycle wreck and you had COVID, even though you didn't know it, you were asymptomatic and you'd have been fine in 2 days, but the motorcycle wreck killed you and you died in the hospital, they counted that as a COVID. Only 6% of those people that died with COVID died with or of COVID, because of COVID. COVID directly killed them. And that's according to CDC. And then the media. Let's not forget the media. You can't trust any of them. You have to dig and dig and dig and research it all to find out somewhere to get an opinion that your mind can fathom based on the evidence and the data. CNN, I mean, you know, fake news, nailed it. Fox News is biased. They're all biased. The bad thing is you and I are listening to what we want to hear. And we need to stop doing that and research it and call out these news media outlets. They're useless. Not to mention Facebook and Twitter and all these others, you know, hiding information. Zuckerberg admitted it. FBI came and told him,